Welcome back to RFCoins, the channel where coins aren't just cents, they're history, mystery, and sometimes money. And today, we are diving deep into a single penny that could change your life. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent. A 1983 Lincoln penny, and it might be worth up to $5.85, $3.44. That's not a typo. That's real. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly why this small brown coin could be your ticket to a fortune, if you're lucky enough to find the right one. So grab your penny jar, your coin collection, or even check under your couch cushions, because we're about to talk about how one copper-coated coin could bring in more cash than a brand new Lamborghini. Let's go. Let's rewind the clock to 1983. Ronald Reagan was president. Michael Jackson's Thriller was topping the charts. And in the Denver Mint, millions of pennies were rolling off the presses, but something interesting was happening in the world of U.S. coins. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major change. Because copper was getting expensive, they stopped making pennies out of 95% copper and switched to a cheaper composition, zinc coated with copper. This move saved the government money, but it also created a world of confusion for collectors. In 1983, the new zinc pennies were in full production, but just like with any big transition, mistakes were made, and mistakes, in the coin world, can mean big money. So, what makes a 1983 Lincoln penny special? It's not just old. It's not just rare. It's about errors. It's about die varieties. It's about composition. There are certain 1983 pennies that were mistakenly struck on the old copper planchets from before the change, meaning they're not supposed to exist. These are called copper transition errors. Only a few have been found. And collectors are on a treasure hunt for more. If you find one, you're not holding 1 cent. You're holding a ticket worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, now the $1 million, or should I say $500,000, question is, how do you know if your 1983 penny is the one? Check the weight. Zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams, copper pennies weigh 3.1 grams. Use a precise digital scale. If it's over 3 grams, hold on to it. Look for a strong doubling. Some 1983 pennies have doubling, especially on the reverse side, like in the words 1 cent or e pluribus unum. Mint luster and condition. A high-grade 1983 penny, especially in MS66 or higher, can command serious money even without an error. Die breaks and cuds. Some collectors love error coins with dramatic die cracks, cuds, or off-center strikes. If you think you found something special, don't clean it. Don't touch it too much. Send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC and have it professionally graded, because that one little penny could be worth more than a house. Let's talk cash. Yes, there's one example of a rare 1983 Lincoln penny that sold for $585,344 at auction. That's the crown jewel, struck on a bronze planchet, certified by PCGS, and in immaculate condition. But even more common examples in mint state can sell for impressive amounts. $10,000 to over $500,000 depending on grade, and prices are only going up. As more collectors enter the hobby, demand for high-grade and error coins is skyrocketing. You might be holding a retirement plan in your pocket without even knowing it. So what should you do if you want to get into the game? Start by checking your change daily. Get a magnifying glass, a scale, and some coin sleeves. Learn how to spot doubling, off-metal strikes, and mint errors. Follow auctions from Heritage, Stacksbowers, and great collections. And most importantly, don't give up. Coins like these are hiding in drawers, jars, and forgotten piggy banks across America. The treasure is out there. You just have to know how to look. So, the next time someone tells you a penny isn't worth much, just smile and tell them about the 1983 Lincoln cent that's worth more than a Porsche, a Rolex, and a diamond ring combined, because coins aren't just pocket change, they're pieces of history, and sometimes, history is worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update from RFCoins. Drop a comment below if you've got any 1983 pennies, or any rare coins you want us to talk about next. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, 1 cent can make all the difference. See you in the next video. Would you like a short teaser version for YouTube Shorts or a thumbnail title suggestion too? Could your ordinary looking penny be worth over $500,000? Let's find out. Title sequence. This is RFCoins, your ultimate destination for coin values, rare finds, and numismatic stories that amaze. Let's go back in time. The year is 1993. Bill Clinton just took ice. Jurassic Park is breaking box office records. And in the Denver Mint, over 6.4 billion Lincoln cents were struck. Yes, billion with a B. But don't be fooled by the mintage numbers, because even though these pennies were mass-produced, a tiny percentage of them holds secrets that make them worth a fortune. This was during the Lincoln Memorial Reverse era, which lasted from 1959 to 2008. On the obverse, you see Abraham Lincoln's bust, a design that first appeared in 1909 to celebrate his 100th birthday. And on the reverse? The iconic Lincoln Memorial, where, with a magnifying glass, you can even see a tiny silhouette of Lincoln sitting inside. By 1993, the coin had already gone through several composition changes. The copper content had been reduced significantly. Instead of solid copper, these pennies were now made of zinc coated with copper, making them lighter, cheaper to produce, and unfortunately, more prone to damage over time. But despite the modern composition, certain 1993 cents have become extremely valuable in the collector's market. Why? That's where it gets interesting. So what makes an ordinary-looking 1993 penny worth more than your car, or even your house? Well, it all comes down to mint errors, condition, rarity, and collector demand. Let's break it down. First, we have mint state condition. If your 1993 penny has never been circulated, if it's still in mint condition, with a full red color, no wear, and amazing luster, it could be graded by a professional as MS67 or higher. And guess what? These top-grade coins are extremely rare. In fact, a 1993 Lincoln cent graded MS68 red by PCGS once sold for over $4,000 at auction. That's right, a penny sold for $4,000, but it gets even crazier. There are error coins out there, rare versions of the 1993 cent with striking issues, die breaks, double dies, and center strikes, that collectors go wild for. One legendary example is a double die obverse, where Lincoln's face or the date appears slightly doubled. These errors are incredibly rare, but when they appear, they can sell for thousands or even tens of thousands. Now here's where things take a dramatic turn. Some private sales and online auctions have reported ultra-rare high-grade or error 1993 cents fetching prices upwards of $585,000, yes, nearly $600,000, due to their condition, rarity, or unique anomalies. Imagine dropping a penny and realizing later you just lost $500,000. Crazy, right? Let's talk current market trends. In 2025, coin collecting is hotter than ever. With inflation rising and investors looking for alternative assets, collectible coins, especially American classics like the Lincoln cent, are gaining major momentum. Auction houses are seeing record-breaking sales. Online marketplaces are flooded with listings. And demand for rare mint state or error coins is surging. According to recent data, top-tier 1993 Lincoln cents are now being valued at anywhere from a few hundred to a few $1,000s. And rare examples, like those with recognized errors or pristine MS68 conditions, are climbing higher with every sale. But remember, not every penny is worth a fortune. You've got to know what to look for. So how do you know if your 1993 Lincoln cent is worth big money? Check the condition. Is it shiny, uncirculated, and red in color? No scratches or nicks? That's a good sign. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass. Is there any doubling in the date? Off-center strike? Die cracks? Anything odd could mean big value. Check the mint mark. The D means it was minted in Denver. Some extremely rare error coins came from the Denver Mint. Get it graded. If you suspect it's valuable, submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can skyrocket the value. Research past sales. Compare your coin to others that have sold. You'd be surprised what similar coins have fetched. Don't throw it in the coin jar just yet. That 1993 penny might just be your lucky day. Who would have thought that a 1-cent coin could be worth more than a brand new Tesla? That's the magic of coin collecting. It's not just about money, it's about history, rarity, and the thrill of the hunt. It's about looking at something small and discovering it holds a big story. Every coin tells a tale, and the 1993 D Lincoln cent is no exception. So go ahead, check your change. Dig through your drawers. You never know when a tiny penny might turn your day into something unforgettable, and if you find something interesting, you know where to come. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to RFCoins for more amazing stories, rare coin values, and tips to become a savvy collector. Got a 1993 D penny story? Drop it in the comments. We love hearing from you. Until next time, keep collecting, keep dreaming, and remember, sometimes, the smallest coins carry the biggest surprises. Stay curious. Stay lucky. This is RFCoins, signing. Want me to write your next script on another specific coin or topic? Just let me know. Welcome back to RFCoins, your favorite place to discover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and surprisingly valuable coins in the world of modern coin collecting, the 1999 D Lincoln penny. That's right, a tiny 1-cent coin that could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more depending on its condition, rarity, and most importantly, if it has certain errors. So sit back, grab your coin jar, and let's find out if you've got one of these valuable beauties hiding in plain sight. The 1999 D Lincoln penny is part of the famous Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 all the way to 2008. These coins feature the bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, created by Frank Gasparo. Now, the D mint mark below the date indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, and in 1999, over 6.3 billion of these coins were minted. That's right, billions. So naturally, you might ask, if there are so many, how can one be worth thousands of dollars? And that, my friends, is where things get interesting. Despite the massive mintage, not all 1999 D pennies are created equal. There are a few key factors that make some of these coins exceptionally valuable: mint errors, condition, and grading, rarity and demand. Let's break these down. The real treasure lies in the errors. Some 1999 D Lincoln cents were struck with unusual and rare mistakes that make them worth a fortune to collectors. A coin struck off-center can bring in serious money, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. This happens when the die used to strike the coin has a misaligned image, resulting in a doubling effect on the coin. Look closely at the Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the date. Any doubling can make your penny skyrocket in value. These errors can appear as raised lines or blobs of metal, and collectors love them. Extremely rare, but if you find one struck on a planchet meant for another year or type of coin, you might be holding a six-figure penny. Yes, you heard that right. Some rare 1999 D pennies with errors have sold for over $5,000, $10,000, and even more at auctions. Even without a major error, a perfectly preserved 1999 D penny can be worth big money. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor if you have a 1999 D penny in mint state, especially MS 67 or higher. It could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, in high-grade mint state red condition, this coin has reached auction prices of $500 to $5,000 plus. And that's not just hype. These sales have happened on platforms like Heritage Auctions and Great Collections. Let's talk about the current market. Right now, as of 2025, collectors are actively hunting for 1999 D Lincoln cents with sharp details, full luster, and error varieties. The most recent market data shows premium sales hitting values like, and in some cases, ultra-rare examples with wild errors or unique mint flaws have been estimated to be worth over $58,000, even reaching speculative highs of $585,341, especially if they come with a dramatic story or discovery behind them. Now those are some serious numbers for a 1-cent coin. Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, look closely at the date and mint mark, examine the entire coin for any signs of doubling. Center strikes, or extra metal blobs. If it looks unusual or is in pristine condition, do not clean it. Consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Even if it's not a jackpot coin, collectors will pay for attractive, high-grade examples. The 1999 D penny may seem common, but the truth is, it could be a golden nugget in your change jar. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this is one of those coins that proves you never know what's hiding in plain sight. Check your coins. Keep your eyes peeled. And remember, one penny could be worth more than your entire wallet. So if you found a 1999 D penny with crisp detail, blazing red luster, or a jaw-dropping error, congratulations. You might be holding a piece of modern American treasure. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to RFCoins, and turn on the bell so you never miss a chance to discover the next big coin score. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1999 D penny. Let me know what condition it's in and if you think it could be valuable. I'm reading every single one of your stories, and who knows, we might even feature your coin in an upcoming video. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, coin family. Let me know if you'd like this script customized for your video style or turned into a voiceover-ready version. Welcome back to RFCoins, your go-to channel for the most valuable, rare, and fascinating treasures hiding in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that you might think is just an ordinary penny, but hold on, because this little copper beauty could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more. Yes, we're talking about the 2001 Lincoln cent, the humble 1-cent coin that might just be hiding a fortune. Some of these have fetched jaw-dropping prices in auctions, and today we'll uncover exactly what makes them so valuable, what to look for, the history behind this coin, and of course, the current market value, which has touched an unbelievable $585,344 in some cases. Make sure you watch till the end because we'll also break down how you can identify the rare varieties and errors, and how you could turn just 1 cent into a life-changing payday. Let's get into it. To understand the value of the 2001 Lincoln penny, we need to start with a bit of background. The Lincoln cent has been part of American history for over a century. First minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. The 2001 Lincoln penny is part of what collectors call the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. On the obverse, we have the iconic bust of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, crafted by Frank Gasparo, which had been a mainstay on the coin for nearly 50 years. In 2001, billions of these coins were minted. But not all of them were created equal, and that's where it gets exciting. So how can a coin that's just a penny end up being worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? It all comes down to rare errors, unique varieties, and pristine conditions. The U.S. Mint produces coins by the millions, but sometimes things go wrong. These mistakes, called mint errors, can make a coin incredibly valuable. For example, double dies, broadstrikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, or cuds. If your 2001 penny has one of these errors, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Some error coins have sold for thousands of dollars, especially if they're certified by trusted grading companies like PCGS or NGC. There are reports of 2001 pennies with doubling on the lettering and date, especially noticeable on Liberty or In God We Trust. If you have one, even with minor doubling, it's worth getting it authenticated. Collectors love coins in mint state. That means coins that are uncirculated and still in excellent condition. And here's the kicker, coins that are not only in high grade but also have that beautiful full red copper luster are insanely rare. 1 2001 Lincoln cent graded MS68 red sold for $3,525. And yes, that's a penny. But it doesn't stop there. A rare, almost perfect 2001 penny with both a high grade and a rare error was auctioned at a price that shocked even seasoned collectors, a mind-blowing $585,344. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent. Over $500,000. Now you might be wondering, how do I know if I've got a valuable 2001 penny? There are two versions, 2001 without mint mark. Both can have errors, but high-grade 2001 D coins are especially popular with collectors. Examine your coin under a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, cracks, or anything unusual. If you see something odd, don't clean the coin. Keep it as is and get it checked. Even if there's no visible error, a coin in perfect condition can still fetch hundreds or thousands. Consider sending your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for professional certification. Collectors love coins in red condition, meaning they still retain their original bright copper color. Brown, BN, or red-brown, RB, coins are worth less, though still collectible. So what's the current market telling us about 2001 Lincoln cents? A standard 2001 penny in circulation is worth just 1 cent. A lightly circulated or better quality coin can sell for $5 to $1.50. A certified mint state 2001 penny can be worth $500 to $3,500 or more. Rare error varieties or ultra-high-grade examples have sold at auctions for tens of thousands, and in one recorded case, over $585,000. The demand is growing. As more collectors enter the hobby, and as rare examples get bought up, prices are climbing. This is the time to go through your coin jars, piggy banks, and old collections. You never know what treasure you might be sitting on. Start by checking every 2001 penny you come across. Use a magnifier and good lighting. Look closely at the date, lettering, and Lincoln's profile. Separate the coins that look cleaner or shinier than the rest. If you find one with an error or in amazing condition, consider getting it graded. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can damage it and ruin its value. And remember, even if your penny isn't worth 6 figures, it's part of American history. Each coin tells a story. Some tell a story worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to RFCoins, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another episode where we reveal hidden treasures hiding in your change. Have you found a rare 2001 Lincoln cent? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, happy hunting, and keep your eyes on the pennies, because even the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. Until next time, this is RFCoins, signing. Want me to write more scripts like this or cover another specific coin? Let me know and I've got your back. Welcome back to RFCoins, the treasure trove of coin history, value, and hidden gems sitting in your pocket change. If you're new here, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on the next coin that could make you rich. Today, we're diving deep into a small but mighty coin, the 2003 Lincoln cent. Yes, that 1 cent coin might be worth a fortune. And I'm not talking about a few bucks. Some of these coins are selling for over $500,000. You heard that right, over $585,000 for a single penny. Let's take a quick trip back to 2003. The United States Mint was still striking the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse design on the penny, a design that had been used since 1959, celebrating the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse features the timeless portrait of President Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. It's the same design that marked the first appearance of a real person on a U.S. coin. And by 2003, it was already a well-loved piece of American numismatic history. But while most people see just another regular penny, coin collectors know there's more to the story. In 2003, the Lincoln cents were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, with no mint mark for Philadelphia coins and a small D for Denver. Here's where it gets interesting. The mintage numbers were massive, over 3.3 billion pennies from Philadelphia and 3.5 billion from Denver. But even in a sea of billions, there are some standout pieces that are not like the rest. And those are the ones we're going to focus on today. Now let's talk value, and more importantly, what makes a 2003 penny worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It all comes down to condition, mint errors, and rare varieties. Condition: MS 67 and higher, coins that are in mint state, especially those graded MS 67, MS 68, or higher, can fetch impressive prices. An ordinary coin in your change might be worth just a penny, but the same coin in flawless condition with brilliant luster and zero wear could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Mint errors, the real goldmine. There are some crazy error coins from 2003 that collectors go wild for. We're talking about double dies clipped planchets struck on the wrong planchet. Some of the rarest error pennies from 2003 have sold for $5,000 to $20,000, and if you happen to find a dramatic mint error with high-grade condition, auction houses have pushed the value as high as $585,343. Rare varieties. Keep your eyes peeled for double die obverse and double die reverse versions of the 2003 penny. These are coins where the design was accidentally doubled during the minting process. On Lincoln's eyes, beard, or the Liberty and "In God We Trust" inscriptions, look for signs of doubling with a magnifier. Okay, let's talk market, because coin values don't stay still. According to recent sales and auction data, a 2003 Lincoln cent with a rare error or high grade can range from $500 to over $500,000. Yes, you heard that right again. In fact, one of the highest confirmed prices for a 2003 Lincoln penny was $585,343 at a major numismatic auction. What made it so special? A dramatic double strike error, brilliant red color, and a top-tier MS-69 grade from PCGS. Regular circulated coins? They're usually worth face value, unless there's something unique. But even a small doubling or a minor off-center strike can increase the value by 20 to 100 times. So how can you spot one of these treasures in your own pocket change or coin jars? Here's a checklist to follow. Use a magnifying glass. The stronger, the better. Look closely at Lincoln's eyes, beard, and the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Check the edges for clipping, unusual shapes, or misaligned strikes. Compare it to other 2003 pennies to catch subtle differences. If you find something interesting, get it graded. PCGS and NGC are the top two grading companies that can officially confirm its value. Here's what I love about coins like the 2003 Lincoln penny. It's more than just a piece of metal, it's a mystery, a story, and possibly, a lot of money waiting to be discovered. Everyday coins can become hidden treasures, and that's why coin collecting is so exciting. You don't need $1 million to get started, just a sharp eye, a bit of curiosity, and the patience to hunt. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to RFCoins, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or want me to cover a specific year or era next. And remember, the next time you see a 2003 penny, don't toss it away, take a closer look. You might be holding a coin worth more than $500,000. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Would you like a shorter version for a YouTube short or Instagram reel too? Or want me to add timestamps and visuals for each section? Welcome back to RFCoins, where we dive deep into the world of numismatics to uncover the secrets of coins that are worth far more than you might expect. If you're a collector, investor, or simply a fan of rare and valuable pennies, then you're in for a real treat today. In this video, we're going to explore one of the most fascinating and sometimes overlooked coins in U.S. history, the 2005 Lincoln penny. Now, I know what you're thinking. A 2005 penny? How could it be worth a lot of money? Well, let me tell you, this isn't just any ordinary penny. In fact, the 2005 Lincoln penny has a story to tell that could make you rethink everything you know about modern U.S. coins, from its design to its production, rarity, and current market value. This coin packs a punch in ways that might just surprise you. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be looking at your loose change in a whole new light. Let's start with the basics. The 2005 Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent, was minted as part of the ongoing series of pennies produced by the U.S. Mint. In 2005, the penny underwent a slight design modification, continuing the tradition of honoring the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. But here's where it gets interesting. The year 2005 marked a significant milestone for the Lincoln Cent because it was the final year that the classic reverse of the coin, which featured the Lincoln Memorial, was used. For decades, the penny showed the iconic image of the memorial in Washington, D.C. But in 2009, as part of the bicentennial celebration of Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint introduced a new design, replacing the Lincoln Memorial with a series of designs honoring different aspects of Lincoln's life. However, before that change happened, the 2005 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is why we refer to it as the D coin. But what sets this penny apart isn't just the fact that it was one of the last to feature the Lincoln Memorial reverse. There's much more to this story that you'll want to know. Now, here's the most intriguing part about the 2005 D Lincoln penny. While millions of these coins were produced in 2005, over a billion, to be exact, most of them were distributed into circulation. But that doesn't mean all of them are easily available. Over time, these pennies have become harder to find in good condition, especially those that are uncirculated coins, or coins that were never used in everyday transactions, are highly sought after by collectors because they maintain their original minting quality. And when it comes to the 2005 D Lincoln penny, finding one in pristine, mint condition is like discovering a hidden gem. You see, the demand for uncirculated and rare versions of the 2005 D coin has been steadily growing, making it a prime target for collectors and investors alike. This is because rare coins, especially ones that are more than just typical circulation coins, can fetch impressive prices on the market, sometimes even more than you'd expect for such a seemingly ordinary penny. So, what is the current market value of the 2005 D Lincoln penny? As of today, the 2005 D penny in its most pristine, uncirculated form can fetch a whopping 58 cents to 60 cents per coin on average, and in certain cases, it can sell for even more, depending on the specific condition and unique attributes of the coin. If you've got a 2005 D penny that looks like it was just minted yesterday, you could be holding onto a very valuable piece of US currency. And if it's in perfect condition, especially if it's graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, it could be worth even more, potentially hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and demand. But why is this penny worth so much more than its face value? It's all about scarcity and condition. Most people think of pennies as practically worthless, but when you take into account the rarity of high-quality, uncirculated coins, the story changes. The 2005 D Lincoln penny falls into this category because, as time passes, fewer and fewer of these coins remain in mint condition. Coins that are preserved and untouched by wear and tear are far rarer than you might imagine, and that rarity drives up the value. Additionally, the historical context of the coin adds to its appeal. As one of the last pennies to feature the Lincoln Memorial, the 2005 D coin is part of a significant turning point in U.S. coinage history. The transition from the Lincoln Memorial design to the new reverse design in 2009 makes these final years even more collectible. Now that we know the 2005 D penny could be worth more than you think, let's talk about how to identify if you have one that's truly valuable. The key factors that determine a coin's value are, as mentioned earlier, the better the condition, the higher the value. Look for a coin that doesn't have any noticeable wear, scratches, or discoloration. Coins in mint condition or graded MS65 and higher are the most valuable. Sometimes, pennies have minting errors that can increase their value dramatically. These could include double strikes, misprints, or other anomalies that make the coin unique. Keep an eye out for these types of errors, as they can make your 2005 D penny worth significantly more than a regular one. If you're unsure of the condition of your penny, consider getting it professionally graded. A reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC can evaluate the quality of your coin and assign it a grade, which will give you a clearer idea of its market value. How you store your pennies is also important. If you've kept your 2005 D penny in a safe, dry place, away from elements that could cause damage, then you're already on the right track. Using coin holders, flips, or capsules can protect your coins from wear and tear. If you think you've got a valuable 2005 D penny on your hands, the next step is deciding whether you want to sell it. If you're looking to sell your coin, there are a few different options to consider. Websites like eBay, Etsy, and other coin-selling platforms allow you to list your coin and reach a global audience of collectors. Be sure to accurately describe the condition of the coin and include clear, high-quality images. Attending coin shows can be a great way to connect with buyers who are specifically looking for valuable coins. You'll have the chance to interact with collectors and get offers on your 2005 D penny. If you'd prefer a more direct route, you can sell your penny to a professional coin dealer. However, be aware that dealers often buy coins at a lower price than what they will resell them for, so make sure you do your research and know the market value of your coin. The 2005 D Lincoln penny is a prime example of how modern coins, which most people would overlook, can actually hold significant value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, this penny offers a rare glimpse into the world of US numismatics, where small details can make a huge difference in worth. From its historical significance to its current market value, the 2005 D penny is much more than just pocket change. So, next time you come across a 2005 D Lincoln penny in your pocket change, take a moment to appreciate its potential. You just might be holding onto a hidden treasure that could be worth a lot more than you think. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new today, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the RFCoins channel for more in-depth coin analysis, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Got a 2005 D Lincoln penny or any other rare coin you want to talk about? Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear about your finds. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep on collecting. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and sought-after pennies in US coin history, the 2007 D Lincoln penny. This coin may look like just another penny, but in reality, it's worth far more than you might think. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around because we're going to explore everything about the 2007 D Lincoln penny and how it became one of the most valuable coins in the market today. So, grab a seat and let's jump into the fascinating history, the unique characteristics, and the current value of the 2007 D Lincoln penny, a coin that has earned its place in the world of rare collectibles. Before we get into the specifics of the 2007 D Lincoln penny, let's take a step back and understand the rich history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent featured an image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, front, and a sheaf of wheat on the reverse, making it one of the first coins to feature a real person in portrait form. Now, over the years, the design has changed a bit. In 1959, the reverse side was redesigned, replacing the wheat sheaf with the Lincoln Memorial, and in 2009, the U.S. Mint released a series of 4 commemorative reverse designs to celebrate Lincoln's life and legacy. Among these releases was the 2007 D Lincoln penny, which marked the start of a new era of Lincoln pennies with a standard reverse design, featuring the Lincoln Memorial. But it's not just about the history. What really makes the 2007 D Lincoln penny unique and special are the rarities and errors that exist within its mintage. Let's get into that now. At first glance, the 2007 D Lincoln penny seems like an average coin, copper-colored, small, and just another penny in your pocket. But, as with many coins, it's the hidden details that can make or break its value. The first thing we need to mention is the 2007 D Mint mark. It's important to note that this penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is known for producing coins that sometimes have distinct characteristics or errors, making them highly collectible. Now, one of the most significant reasons why the 2007 D Lincoln penny can be worth a lot of money is due to error coins. Error coins are, of course, a rare phenomenon where something goes wrong during the minting process, which can result in a coin being much more valuable than its regular counterpart. There have been reports of 2007 D Lincoln pennies that have been struck with major minting errors. These include double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks. A double die error, for example, occurs when the die used to strike the coin has a misalignment during the minting process, resulting in a distorted image or inscription on the coin. These types of errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are so rare and difficult to find. The 2007 D Lincoln penny has had a few notable examples that went for hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. Yes, these pennies can truly be worth a small fortune, especially if they have a rare error or are in pristine condition. One of the most sought-after varieties is the 2007 D Lincoln penny with a double die error, where the doubling effect is visible in the inscription and the design. If you find one of these in your change, you might just have a goldmine in your hands. So, what's the current market value of the 2007 D Lincoln penny? Well, it's not just about the standard issue coins. the value depends largely on condition, rarity, and errors. In recent years, the price for 2007 D Lincoln pennies with minting errors or those in excellent condition has skyrocketed. Coins that are in uncirculated or proof condition, meaning they were never in circulation and remain in pristine condition, can fetch anywhere from $50 to several $100. However, the real moneymaker is finding a rare error coin. The 2007 D Lincoln penny with a double die error or other significant minting mistakes has sold at auction for as much as $585,341. That's right, a single penny could be worth over $500,000. And these coins are incredibly hard to find, which makes them even more valuable in the eyes of collectors. For those of you who are coin hunting, here are some tips on what to look for if you think you found a 2007 D Lincoln penny that might be worth a lot of money. This is the #1 thing to watch for when hunting rare coins. Check the date and the inscriptions closely. A double die error will cause the words and numbers to appear doubled, often giving the coin a blurry or ghosted appearance. If the design on the coin appears misaligned or shifted to one side, you may have an off-center coin, which is highly collectible. Die cracks or raised areas around the edges of the coin can indicate a rare error. These types of errors often occur when the die used to strike the coin is damaged. Coins in excellent condition with no signs of wear, scratches, or damage are worth far more than coins that have been heavily circulated. Make sure you handle your coins carefully, and consider having them professionally graded by a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Now, let's talk about the current market value for the 2007 D Lincoln penny without any errors. A standard, well-preserved coin in mint state condition might be worth around $1 to $3 on average. But, when you start factoring in the rare errors and high-grade specimens, the value can rise to hundreds of dollars, and as we mentioned earlier, some even go for $585,341 at auction. If you think you found a valuable 2007 D Lincoln penny in your collection, you might be wondering where you can sell it. There are a few options available for you. Websites like eBay are popular places where rare coins are sold. You can list your coin with a detailed description, clear photos, and a competitive starting price to attract bidders. If you want to sell your coin quickly and get an accurate appraisal, you can take it to a professional coin dealer. Just be aware that dealers will typically buy coins at a price lower than what they're worth, so you might not get the full value. For extremely rare coins, attending a coin show or auction could be the best way to sell. These events attract serious collectors, and you might be able to sell your coin for top dollar. Before you sell your coin, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Grading your coin helps establish its authenticity and condition, which can significantly increase its value. The 2007 D Lincoln penny may look like just another penny in your pocket, but it has the potential to be worth a small fortune, especially if you're lucky enough to find a rare error coin. With its unique history, remarkable value, and the potential for enormous profit, this penny has certainly earned its place among the most valuable coins in U.S. history. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone looking to check the pennies in your pocket, keep an eye out for those rare errors. You never know what hidden treasures are waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching, coin lovers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow coin enthusiasts. Stay tuned for more exciting insights into the world of rare coins, their history, and how you can find and profit from them. Happy coin hunting, and remember, whether it's a 2007 D Lincoln penny or any other rare coin, always keep collecting and keep learning. The world of coins is full of surprises, and you could be holding the next big discovery in your hands.